Welcome back to Central Valley Talk Live. I'm Austin Reed, coming to you from our Tower District studios inside the Mike Briggs building. Hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Austin Reed on Air. One of my favorite guests that comes on regularly on the show is Jack Scow, Fresno's first personal trainer. And Jack, it has been a little bit of time since we last talked.
Right.
For our viewers that don't remember, the last interview, we were preparing for your surgery.
Right.
So you did the surgery.
I did the surgery. Not all by myself, mind you. Okay.
That's probably a good thing.
Yes. So it was, to use a colloquial term, on the tailpipe. Okay. So years and years of high-intensity training and so on. And so I've only been able to do just a little bit for my own workouts, and I get a lot of my feel-goods from my workout. You know, the endorphins, the adrenaline, and all of that. So I've had to temper that down to, you know, because I don't want to undo whatever good the doctor did. Okay, so I thought that this is a perfect opportunity to deal with the subject of life is what happens while you're making other plans. You know, I had my goals over here, and then the tailpipe issue comes up, and okay, so you got to take care of this over here. All right, so, but that doesn't mean you let go of your goals. You know, you adjust your life, you adjust things so that you take care of the things that really need to be addressed. But as soon as you can, you move it back towards where your goals are. So again, life is what happens while you're making other plans. So you depend on God in the universe. I talk to God every night before I drift off to fairy dust land. So life has its challenges. And I've lost a little weight, so I think I look a little worse for wear. But like Arnold said in the movies, I'll be back. Okay, I'll be back.
That's right.
All right.
You ain't
right.
No surgery is gonna keep you down.
Yeah, I will do what I need to do to work around that. Now, you don't want to break something that's still healing. Mm-hmm. You know, so you've got to train with the big head and not the other head, okay, so that you're there for the long run. Okay, I have people that come to me and they say, well, I want to get into shape for going to the coast. I want to get into shape for going on a cruise or what have you. Well, when you get into shape for a particular happening, a plan, a vacation, whatever, well, after the vacation's there, if that's the only motivation you had, pretty soon it's like, well, that chocolate eclair sure looks good, and you know, whatever else trips your trigger. So the idea is you have to have in your heart and in your mind and in your focus what you want yourself to be like. Because being in shape for a few hours, a few days, isn't going to do what having your goals firmly in mind. So when you go on a diet, it indicates you go off a diet. When you adjust your eating habits to be eating healthy, then you know, you may go away for the weekend and have a splurge meal. I give all my clients at least one free meal a week. It's not what you do occasionally that makes the difference. It's what you do consistently that makes the difference, you know. And number one is you have to want it. You have to want your goals more than you wanted those 3 chocolate eclairs, okay, yeah, or whatever you like, you know. So I'm in process of pulling this back in, but I have to temper my enthusiasm with some reality okay, so what I did was I just right now this first week back in just a little bit, and I'm not sure the doc would be happy with that, but I know how to temper my exercises and things so that I can, get some movement out of the muscle, squeeze and flex. This moves the weight. This works the muscle. Because you're not there to lift the weight. You're there to work the muscle. And I teach mind-muscle connection, and I teach visualization. If your mind can see it, your body can achieve it. Okay, so that's, it all starts between your ears. I tell people when they come into the gym, out of all the weights and equipment and what have you we have in here, the number one muscle builder is right there. And then I have people say, well, what kind of exercise can I do to get rid of this? And I say, this, away from the table. Well,
what about alcohol? Alcohol is not good either.
Well, again, now, if you have a specific goal, putting alcohol into your system is not going to help you with your goal. But if you are within a few percentage points of where you want to be, you could probably have an occasional drink. Okay? Try to do the ones that aren't 5,000 calories all by themselves.
Yeah.
Okay? But when you have a drink, then you have another one, and then you have another one, and pretty soon your resolve to eat healthy is gone away somewhere, and now you're like, oh, I hurt myself really bad yesterday. It was so we have to, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Okay, so you're going to go for a function, kind of plan what you're going to do so you can have some fun. If you can dance and maybe have a drink. I got to the point in my life where I don't drink anymore. And the reason for that is, like, I have a timeshare in Hawaii. So I'd go, and I like to be in shape, so you're out by the pool or you're out by the beach, you look pretty decent and stuff. But the night before you go home, so you go out and have a dinner and maybe a little dessert and a drink. And the next morning I wake up and my face was puffy, my eyes were puffy, my belly was puffy. And that's my body saying, well, you've got to the point in your life where if you like how you look and you like how you feel right now, then keep doing what you're doing. Otherwise, maybe you need to make a little better choice. Because as we get older, our body's resilience to some of the things that we handled okay when we were younger is probably not quite so strong. And some people are very, very carbohydrate sensitive. In other words, they eat a big pasta bowl or something, and they get puffy and they feel loggy and they feel crappy. And if they eat something that's more protein and vegetable oriented and they're consistent with that, well, pretty soon they feel better and they've dropped a few pounds and things like that. So, not everybody's body is created equal. So you gotta listen to your body. If you listen to your body, it will tell you, I like this, I don't like that. And then you get somebody who has a little experience, whether it's myself or someone else. And when clients come to me and they have specific goals, then I say, okay, so we need to adjust your nutrition, we need to adjust your cardio, and to do some really resistance training. Number one, muscle is 5 times more calorie hungry than fat is. Okay, so if like I weigh about 180 pounds, but if it's 15 or 20% body fat, I don't burn as many calories all day long as being 180 pounds and maybe having most of that be muscle. Okay, that's why you weight train, because only through the weight training can you reshape your body and, get yourself that vision that you have in your head. And then learning how to eat healthy, then your body will reward you when you're consistent with how you're eating. Oh, I feel much better. I got all this energy and stuff. and then, oh, I went out and had this or that, and I went, oh, I felt crummy, so, your body will kind of build up a resistance to whatever that is that it doesn't really like. But then if you clean up that eating habit and then you go have some more, and like I said, listen to your body. So it goes, oh, I feel like crap. What'd you do that for? Ow,
Right,
yeah. Right. So
we've got a minute left.
Okay.
Real quick, I do want to ask you, what else did you learn during this time as a personal trainer being out?
Right. Okay. For me personally, I'm very adamant with my goals and this and that. Chances are the result of the surgery would have been better if I'd have attended to it earlier. But I had my goals. I wanted to win my pro card. I wanted to do my first pro show. Well, little by little, the type of issue I had tends to get exacerbated as time goes on, and especially if you're training hard and things like that. So hindsight being 2020, yeah, I should have done it earlier.
Okay.
But I've always wanted to do what I've just done with the pro card and do pro shows, and it's not that I'm the elite, but it's the elite group that is an IFBB pro. So I'm happy about that. What else did I learn? As you get older, your body cuts you less and less slack. In other words, you take some time off. And plus, I had some complication with some diaphragm palpitations and hiccups, so I couldn't breathe, I couldn't eat, I had trouble sleeping. So all of that's one of the reasons why I lost 10 pounds. So it's...
You'll slowly get it back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's coming back already. I feel much better.
Good.
And so I needed to say I'm still training at Gil Roberts one-on-one personal training facility, and it's very nice. And when you're in a personal training facility, you and your trainer are there. You don't have a lot of extemporaneous people there that may or may not have gym etiquette or have good manners or what have you. So we can do a great workout. It is a little bit old school machinery wise, but we will really put it together for you. And when you get done, you'll go, wow, I have never felt my muscles like that before. And when you do that, you stand a little straighter, you stand a little taller, you're more youthful in your demeanor, you're more youthful in your feel. It's about the closest thing we have to a fountain of youth.
Well, and I can tell you look today tired, like you went through a lot.
Right.
But you don't look defeated.
No.
That's the difference.
Right. So it's coming back,
yeah.
and plus I still have to eat a lot of soft stuff. So that means my protein levels are not up where they should be. But
Jack and I are hoping to get in the gym very, very soon
Right.
because I need you to work with me because it's getting to a point where I have to go to the gym. I have
Right.
to. I can't, no ands, ifs, or buts about it. So we'll
Right.
keep you posted on that phone number and then where people can
Right.
go to the gun show.
my phone number is 559-905-0933. JackScowFitness.com is my email, and I'm at Gil Roberts One-on-One Personal Training, a very nice little facility over at Herndon and Blackstone, okay? And you can come see me, call me, we'll talk about what your issues are, we'll talk about what your goals are. So it's not my goals for you, it's your goals for you. Just because I bodybuild doesn't mean you have to bodybuild. But if I can whip my old body into shape, I can help you with your goals. It can be probably the best you've ever been at whatever age you are. We're all going to be at whatever age you are. So let's just be the best we can be. Okay? And not only is it just It's not just narcissistic. It's feeling good, looking good, lots of energy. You don't want to just have to sit on your behind and flick the remote and order a pizza. You know, this is about quality of life. When you want to do something, you want to feel like it, you go do it. You know, it makes life exciting. Okay, come see me. Come to the gun show. All right, but I won't make you do that unless you want to.
It's my favorite.
All right?
I got to give a shout out to Herb Keener. He is coming next. Here's the thing. If we were at Fox News and I was Tucker Carlson,
Right.
and Sean Hannity was supposed to start at 2 o'clock,
Right.
Sean would probably be saying, get off the air. It's
Right.
time for the next show. So Herb is not like that. So thank you, Herb.
Thanks, Herb.
We're a little delayed,
Right.
but Herb Keener is coming up next with Keys to Living.
Yes.
So, and that's live and local next at CentralValleyTalk.com. Jack, I'll see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
And we'll be back 3 o'clock. Mike has Newsmakers, and then we'll be back with Central Valley Talk at, I think, around 5. So
Great.
stick around.